Furitek makes going brushless as easy as 1, 2, 3. In this video we got our hands on the new Furitek FCX24 brushless conversion kit. So we're going to revisit the FMS FCX24 blazer and we're going to upgrade this thing to brushless. I also got my hands on a whole bunch of scale accessories for this rig from Joe RC's. So we're going to dive into this rig and give it a good makeover, both from the powertrain and from the aesthetic standpoint. It's going to be a fun one. Let's jump in and check it out. So let's check out what we got for upgrades in this video. Here is the Furitek brushless kit for the FMS FCX24. Now this is a very exciting kit for a number of reasons. One is that anytime you do a brushless conversion on a rig, it's super fun. Totally transforms the power plant and gives the thing a whole new character. But what's most exciting about this setup is that Furitek has given us a complete plug-and-play brushless system. Gone is the need to source your own receiver. Furitek has provided one for us here, so you're able to reuse your stock transmitter. We have got the Lizard Pro ESC, so these two work together. And we've got the Micro Komodo with the motor mount already on it and the metal pinion gear already pressed on. We've got all of the wires and the adapters necessary to plug this thing in. So it is a true plug and play brushless system for the FCX24, which is awesome. At 150 bucks, this is a pretty hard combo to beat here, and I hope this is foreshadowing what will be available for SCX24s, possibly TRX4Ms in the future, because a plug and play kit like this is going to be so nice for beginners and for folks who just don't want to mess around with sourcing other pieces and cobbling together your own kit. When you buy one piece of hardware here, it comes all together, works seamlessly as one system, plug and play, good to go. You get all the benefits of the brushless system, the Lizard Pro, and the app that comes with it with no hassle. So I'm very excited for this kit, and I think this is going to make a lot of people happy because it's a huge upgrade for your FCX24, and the convenience factor just makes it even better. So that is very exciting. We're going to install that in a minute, but before we do, let's get to some of the aesthetic upgrades that we're going to be doing. So Jamie over at Joe RC's really hooked us up with some great 3D printed parts for the FCX24 blazer here. So we are going to overhaul this thing aesthetically. I'm going to show you what we're planning to do. I'm going to take the shell off the back. You guys know I like that, but from a practicality standpoint, I think it's got to go, and my son doesn't like it. So we're going to take that off, but we're going to replace it with this very cool rear bed insert here. Now, if you've seen the blazers running around in real life, the one-to-ones, you'll probably see them with the seat in the bed. You know, they take the shell off the back, they run it open, and you can put a seat in the back. I've always thought that that was super cool, and here on Cape Cod, I see these blazers running around on the beach and things. They've got this seat set up in the back, and I've always been envious of that. So we're going to put it in here on the small scale so I can at least enjoy it vicariously through my little build here. We've also got a scale interior. Look at that. Isn't that cool? This is the first time I've opened this. This looks excellent. All black scale interior. Looks very cool. Nice details in the seats. Center console with the cup holders. We got the gear shifter. The gauge clusters and everything in the dash. This is very cool. I'm excited for this. This is going to be a really nice touch with the blazer build here. We got some 3D printed sliders. I think this will be great so we can put our electronics on there. We've got a rear bumper, 3D printed rear bumper on there. It looks like we get a hitch with it too. That's cool. Tubular style front bumper. And, you know, I've got the bull bar style from FMS on ours. I'm not sure if I'm going to change that. I kind of like this bumper quite a bit, so I might leave that front bumper, but there is this nice kind of lower profile tubular design available from Joe RC's. There's some shock keys, so this will replace our stock shock mount and give us more options for suspension placement if we want to tune that articulation, ride height. This is going to be a nice addition for customization. We've got another option for a front bumper. So if you didn't want the tubular style, this is a lower profile, more of your standard style bumper on here. Spare tire mount. I do like that. That's pretty cool. We have the tubular rear bumper to match the front option that we had. This is going to be awesome to customize our build. So why don't we get into this? I think I'm going to start with the mechanics first. Let's get the Furitek system plugged in there and see how this thing works mechanically, and then I'll work on installing the scale accessories and we'll see it all together as a whole new beast. It's going to be fun, so let's get into it. All right, part one of the install already done. Motor, super easy to install. You just take the transmission cover off there to get to the 2 screws that hold it on. Pull the old motor out. Komodo bolted right up. Super simple thus far. Now the next step is going to be reinstalling it into the chassis and situating our electronics. So we're going to do that now. Okay, here's our setup here. Got everything situated and plugged in, I hope. There's a lot of little wires here. There's a lot of adapters. So what I did was I put the Furitek receiver here on one slider, put the Lizard Pro on the other. The Komodo sits in there nice and tight. The whole setup is super clean. Looks almost factory. Battery stays right in the front there. So there are adapters for your variable speed servo, your primary servo, and there's even an adapter for your light kit on your body. So that's what all these little wires and adapters are for. So how I plug this in, so your steering servo goes into channel 1, Lizard Pro goes into the channel 2, channel 3 is my variable speed servo for my 2-speed transmission, channel 4 I'm going to plug my lights in. So everything should be ready to go. I'm going to power this on. I do need to bind the receiver to the FCX24 transmitter, so I'm going to do that now, and then we'll run this thing. All right, let's do this together here. So I'm going to turn on the Lizard. So I can see the receiver over here is blinking really fast. Now I'm going to hold the bind button and turn on our transmitter. So I see that we're out of bind mode on the receiver. Now I watched Matt over at 2FMRC's video on this, and it looked like that may be it. We just have to power everything off and then turn it back on. So let's see if that indeed worked. Oh, I think I got it that time. Oh yeah, look at that. Whoa. It's interesting, still got my bind button is going here. Try to switch that off. All right, we're back in action now. I wonder why that's flashing at me. I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, it looks like we're good. It's working. This is my 2-speed servo. Low speed works. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is awesome. That was so simple. It's crazy how simple that was. Oh man, I'm impressed. Whoa. All right, that's awesome. So now I'm going to work on the body. So when we put it all together, you get to see the new look to it to match the new performance. This is awesome. I'm pumped. So let's get after it. So here is our Blazer all together, and I gotta say, I love how this came together. All of the accessories from Joe RC's bolted right up, no problem. This was a simple, straightforward, and fun project. Just love it when things come together like this. On the exterior side, we've got the sliders here that fit perfectly to this body. In the back, we've got the bed insert with the seat. I put the spare tire carrier on here, which actually bolts right up seamlessly to the roll bar. Put the stock tire on there. Any passengers in the back will have to watch their head. You gotta get a little bit of overhang there, but it's all good. I love how the spare tire looks in this thing. The whole rear of this looks fantastic. I did add the interior. It's tough to see the interior because the windows are tinted so dark, but when you do get a glimpse of it, it looks fantastic in there. Really happy with how all this came together. Just so good. Underneath, let's take a look with the body off here. So as you saw, I am super pumped with the combo, how everything sits on this chassis. I'm really thankful that Jamie sent me these sliders because the electronics sit so perfectly on the sliders. It's just such a great looking combo here. and the chassis is so well sorted out. I opted to install the shock keys front and rear, so overall I'm just thrilled with how everything came out mechanically and aesthetically. I'm going to throw the body on here, and then why don't we hit the course to see how this thing performs indoors, and then we'll hit the rocks with it and have some fun. Here's the Blazer on the course with the new Furitek setup. See that slow crawl in action. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty right there. So smooth. I went into the Furitek app and just tweaked it. Oh, look at the flex. Look at that articulation. So good. As I was saying, I went into the Furitek app and just tuned this a tiny little bit. Just up my slow speed a little bit. Up my punch a couple points. That's pretty much it. Gosh, the control and the smoothness of this thing is just outrageous. That extra wheel speed sure is nice to get up and over those things. I got wedged there, had to help it out. I took my spare tire out thinking I was going to gain some performance. I don't know if it's going to help as much as I wanted it to. Maybe, we'll see. Oh. Whoa. Ah. Alright, so I can tell we still got a ways to go from a chassis perspective for true performance. So kind of take these course runs with a grain of salt here. I don't know how much effort I'm going to put into our challenge lines on the course, given the tough time we just had on the canyon there. So let's just have some fun and see how this motor combo works. With the shock keys, one thing that I could do, which I probably will experiment with, oh, that wheel speed to bump over that gatekeeper there is so good. I keep getting distracted by this thing. One of the things I can do with the shock keys is probably bring my ride height down, which would most likely improve performance quite a bit. Oh, come on, stick it. I'm in danger over here, though. Oh! Oh! Cliff hanging. Let's go. Nope, it is not going to do that without help. Over here on the chute, let's see this. Whoa, I'm getting some ugly lift there. I definitely have some work to do on this thing chassis-wise. Oh gosh. Look at those tires fold. It's so good. Oh yeah, we got it. I just had to find the right line up there. Just for the heck of it, let's try Hell's Gate. I couldn't make it up the escalator without help, so I'm not confident I'm going to do much on Hell's Gate here, but we'll just see. It'll be a good benchmark for future runs. I'm already going haywire here. Is it going to stick it? I think it might come. Oh no! Number 2. Try a different line up the center. Oh! Last try. Oh, jeez. Well, yeah, okay. So we definitely have some work to do to get this thing sorted out before we can really take the challenge lines on the course serious. But this thing is just so glorious looking, and I just love how everything came together. I'm not mad at the performance or lack thereof whatsoever. But this is fun. On the indoor course, I want to get this thing out on the rocks, see how it does in the real world. So why don't we do that now, if I can get out of the hot tub. Made it out of the hot tub. So one of the things that I do want to demo is the 2-speed transmission with this thing. So this is low gear. Here's the second gear. It's quick. It's got tons of torque and top speed, so what an awesome combo. That's one of the things that I really missed about the brushless conversion in my Power Wagon, was that I had still yet been able to figure out how to work the 2-speed transmission. This thing has the slow crawl, glacial speed slow crawl in first gear, but you've got the super fun factor in second gear. Such an awesome combo. All right, out here with the Blazer, gonna give this thing a go. It's a blazing hot summer day here in Massachusetts. We got the whole fleet out here. So I'm gonna try it out on some rocks. Let's talk about the Blazer build. I am so thrilled with this project. Beginning with the brushless system, Furitek has knocked it out of the park with this kit. I am so thrilled with this kit. $150, true plug and play, totally transforms the power plant of your FCX24. I love, love, love that you get to keep your stock transmitter and the functions that come with it, including controlling that variable speed servo for your 2-speed transmission. The Micro Komodo, man, is just such a versatile motor and just works so good in this combo. The only downfall that I've run into is that all that power with the stock drivetrain, I've already stripped out the front gears, so I'm going to have to go through and put in metal differential gears in this, I believe, and probably transmission gears while I'm at it too. Because with brushless power, you will find the weak links in your drivetrain and you will discover them the hard way if you don't fortify it proactively. But that's no fault of the system, it's just the nature of going brushless. That extra power is going to take a toll on your drivetrain. Huge shout out to Jamie over at Joe RC's for these scale accessories. Man, these things bolted up so well. You would think they were factory parts, how well these scale accessories went on. These are great parts and just what I was looking for to enhance the scale look of this build. So overall, I am super pumped with this build. It has been a blast. My son and I have been out with this thing all day today, just running it in all kinds of different conditions. Even threw the drift tires on it and hit the drift track at Reckless Hobbies with it. That extra wheel speed with the drift tires on it made for a super fun experience. So we've just been having a blast with this truck. I'll put the links in the description down below for the Furitek kit, as well as Joe RC's Etsy store if you want to check out all of the accessories and the parts that we put on here today. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of the Blazer build? Still got some work to do to get ultimate performance out of it, but man, the fun factor is up there for sure. And as always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I will see you in the next video.